sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. All right, man, we back. Goodfella Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video, and let's talk a little bit about some boxing. Give you an update on, what Floyd Mayweather trying to do and how can it affect Canelo, and kind of the drop on J-Rock and Rosario and Charlo, what's going on there. Talked a little bit about on the live stream yesterday if you caught that. But I do appreciate everybody. Make sure you hit that subscribe button back, bell icon button, share the video, and let's start off with Mayweather. Mayweather is coming to snatch the Canelo Alvarez dates from him next year. The issue with pay-per-view is not an issue no more. Because usually they're not gonna allow you to do 2 pay-per-views the same day. So last year, I think a few years ago, when Floyd was fighting McGregor, Canelo beat him to that date, so they had to move the McGregor date to another day. This time, it don't matter because the DAZN is not pay-per-view. All right, you might have a situation where Canelo is supposed to be fighting Billy Joe Saunders. I don't know what's the hold-up for the fight, but he's supposed to be fighting Billy Joe Saunders May 2nd, and it's looking like Floyd will want to come back May 2nd in Vegas as well, versus Conor McGregor. So we got that situation going. So I don't know if the DAZN is going to make Canelo wait and push his fight back, or Mayweather going to push his fight back. So basically they're going to be in a stare down. Not only is Mayweather coming for that date, he coming for the date in Mexican Independence Day weekend, September. So he got bad blood against Canelo, Oscar De La Hoya. So he coming to take those dates. And I don't know what's the hold up with Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders. Maybe the hold up is Floyd Mayweather. That's what it could be. The hold up could be Floyd trying to take those dates. But what it boils down to is if Vegas is going to allow Floyd and Conor McGregor and Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders to host an event the same night. That is what it's going to come down to. Pay-per-view is no longer an issue with the DAZN. If the DAZN want to go head up with Floyd Mayweather, like they did with Masvidal and Nate Diaz, and he fighting Billy Joe Saunders, well, like I said, Floyd Mayweather probably going to smash him with Conor McGregor too. And everybody right now saying, I don't care about the fight. Once they get to talking again and they get to speaking, a lot of people going to tune in and watch that fight. Watch what I tell you. So either, Canelo and the DAZN, they move the date, or somebody put it to me this way. They show the Floyd Mayweather-Conor McGregor fight at the Canelo fight, and then they commence after the fight, which they can stagger the times too. They can just start their card earlier, before the main event, or they can start their card to come on later. But Golden Boy ain't looking good for them right now. If Floyd come back and they get competition to Canelo, it ain't looking good for them right now. It ain't. Because Canelo is their 1 star, and Floyd picked, out of all the dates in the world, Floyd picked those 2 dates to fight on. So, once again, nobody really over there doing numbers except for Andy Ruiz and AJ in their YouTube fights. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see, what goes on. Canelo and Billy Joe, what might be the holdup? They might have to move outside the UK. Move outside Vegas. They might have to move their situation to the United Kingdom. That might be a real option. They have to move into Texas or somewhere else, to New York or some shit like that. Because that's probably the holdup. Floyd and Dana White probably locking down Vegas. And them 2 together plus Al Haymon, I know Vegas was an Oscar De La Hoya town, but Canelo don't generate the money that Floyd generated in Vegas. And that's a fact. That's probably one of the real reasons Floyd coming back is to generate that money for Vegas and to fight in that Las Vegas Raiders football stadium too. So what he looking at doing is coming back versus McGregor out here, and then possibly Khabib in September if he get past Tony Ferguson. Now, if Tony Ferguson beat Khabib, it's probably going to be Manny Pacquiao. So now it's making sense why Manny Pacquiao is fighting Errol Spence. Because Manny Pacquiao was pretty much throwing a Hail Mary at fighting Floyd. This supposed to be Pacquiao last year competing in boxing. Now, if Floyd called him out next year, he going to come back and fight Floyd, I guarantee you, because he want to get that bag and he want to get his revenge. But now you seeing where Pacquiao fighting Errol to make himself look more appealing. So basically, he feel that if he get 3 belts, that Floyd would have to fight him over Khabib. But it might be a situation if Khabib loses to Ferguson that, you know what I'm saying, Floyd would have to fight Manny Pacquiao. So Pacquiao the second option right now. But they looking at that May date and that September date in the zone. They got a couple problems. They got a couple problems going into this year, and Mayweather just won't go away. And they looking at doing Golovkin and for their September fight, Golovkin and Canelo, and they supposed to be paying Canelo all this money to fight Golovkin. So if money is getting funny over there, next year you gonna know it. Because if Floyd come back and Canelo move off them dates, and Canelo move the venue out of Vegas, I don't know if Vegas gonna let Floyd and Canelo fight there on the same weekend, the same day. That's gonna be something interesting to pay attention to, because Canelo last fight didn't do that well in Vegas with Sergey Kovalev. So that fight didn't do that well. He didn't sell out that fight neither. So, like I said before, Floyd coming back for them dates. I said this a couple months ago. When I said Floyd was coming back, nobody wanted to believe me. Now Manny Pacquiao got to be like a girl that's trying to get a guy attention. He got to put on some makeup. He got to put on a sexy dress. So he's shooting his shot. He's shooting his Hail Mary at Errol Spence now. And luckily for him, Errol Spence got into a car accident. I was listening to Angel Garcia say that he still don't think Errol Spence look right. You think Manny Pacquiao don't see that? But Pacquiao can beat Spence and still not get that fight next year. And may never get that fight. So we'll see what happens in that. But Canelo and Danger are getting bullied off them dates. I mean, you might even see him try to pull a slick one and say, I'm going to the UK and fight Billy Joe Saunders. I think that's what's holding up the Billy Joe Saunders fight. Floyd Mayweather trying to bully them out of Vegas, you know, and bully them off of TV. And he do a pay-per-view that night. His pay-per-view gonna do way more than the zone. I don't care if the zone $1, $20, $15. The zone got a Floyd Mayweather type of problem, man, for real. They got a Floyd Mayweather type of problem right now. And boxing got a Mayweather-Pacquiao type of problem. All these fighters waiting around for Floyd and Pacquiao instead of, you know, fighting each other and, you know, getting it popping like the 54-pound division. But let's talk about J-Rock and Rosario and Charlo. I heard that Al Haymon is trying to convince J-Rock not to take the rematch and wait. He wants to go right into Rosario and Jermell Charlo. Now, Rosario and Samson Tulowitzki, who got a great eye for talent, by the way, they talking about Charlo need a few more fights out here, or they want to build the fight up. Al Haymon ain't trying to build the fight up. Al Haymon trying to consolidate that division while he got the chips in place, because the Stanos should be able to get a crack at Teixeira pretty soon next year. So, you know, what's going on there is, you know, Al trying to consolidate, but Rosario don't want to fight him, so Al gonna have to pay Rosario first. He got to convince J-Rock to wait, tune up, and then come back for a rematch. You know what I'm saying? Which would be smart for J-Rock. I just think Rosario a bad style for him. But Rosario being focused, and they set him basically in the boxing halfway house where he had a curfew and he couldn't eat outside foods and all that. With him being strict in his regimen, you know what I'm saying? I think he just gonna get better and better as long as he don't relapse. But, you know, if he over-celebrate, then J-Rock might have a chance to get back to being hungry. But I just think that's a bad matchup for him. That guy was rangy, tall, bigger than him, too strong for him, man. So, like I said, you got to convince J-Rock not to take the rematch, and then you got to convince Rosario to fight Charlo. So they really trying to make that unification by that 154 pounds and consolidate them 3 belts and then get Castano on the belt. But J-Rock know that Al Haymon always gonna keep his promise. He know that Al Haymon don't always keep his promise. I ain't gonna say always, you know, it's a chance that he may not get that rematch. Because then, you know, if Rosario going to Charlo, then Rosario lose, then he got to go through Charlo. You know, then Jerry Hurd gonna want Charlo, then Hurd bring more money than J-Rock for Charlo. So it's a lot of politics. So they really gonna have to probably pay. J-Rock not to take that rematch. You know, but Rosario and Charlo, that'd be a nice little fight to put on the Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao undercard, but they ain't stacking cards no more. They gonna try to make that on Fox. That ain't a big money fight. Charlo really ain't ever. He just started touching $1 million and some change. He just started touching $1 million not too long ago. So that ain't no fight. Rosario be happy with 100,000. They get Charlo 1.52. So that's well within a regular Fox budget. I don't think they're gonna try to put that on pay-per-view. And I never thought that J-Rock and J-Rock and Charlo was pay-per-view at all. You know what I'm saying? You know, just in my opinion, I don't think J-Rock is big enough a star. But like I said before, man, they trying to convince J-Rock not to take that rematch. So that's something to keep an eye on. They really want to make Rosario and Charlo. Rosario with Samson Tulowitzki. He a PBC affiliate. He got David Benavidez, I believe. He identified Manny Pacquiao as a talent, Sergio Martinez. So he got a good eye for talent. Tulowitzki, he got a fighter. He say he pretty good. I believe him. I think Samson Tulowitzki also, I know I'm fucking his name, but I know he also I think he got that 6'7" junior middleweight. Yep, I think he got a 6'7" junior middleweight, skinny kid too. I think he signed him as well too. So don't quote me on that one, but I think he signed him. So that's something to look out for, man. And like I said before, we'll see what happened. With all this right now, it's just speculation, it's just rumor, but you know, it's important to keep an eye on, so we'll see what happens. But don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel, that link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. And check our boxing playlist out. We got boxing news, rumors, heavyweight, junior middleweight, prospect list, the whole nine. So check it out one time for the one time. Good for the Sports TV. We gone.